BFDI is and was the GOAT. However, it had been a while since I watched the original BFDI. So for a while before I made this video, I was for real sleeping on it until I decided to go rewatch the original BFDI. For viewers who don't know what BFDI is, I'm just gonna describe the show for you without showing any clips, and I want you in your brain to imagine what it looks like. So it's a show like Total Drama. Elimination. People get eliminated every episode, or at least most episodes. They do challenges. They start off in teams, except there's some major differences. The most major being the fact instead of the other contestants voting, it's viewers voting. Okay. And also, all the contestants are either household objects or random elements, like leaves and fire. All of those said objects and elements have eyes and mouths and arms and legs. Okay, now that I described it to you, I'm gonna show you what the characters look like. 3, 2, 1. Yeah, I bet you were imagining something much creepier. One of the first things that I thought was gonna be bad was the animation. But honestly, although this ain't no Demon Slayer, this animation was pretty decent. And like, passable even. It's way better than something like Sing 2. I love bullying that movie. Anyway, back to actual good fiction, something that I feel like set it apart from Total Drama. Well, in Total Drama, the characters would get hurt, but in this series, there was what they would call recovery centers, which basically would revive any character when they would die, which they were gonna need because one of the characters was literally a bubble. I mean, come on, a bubble. If you're born a bubble, you're just asking to die at that point. Total Drama wasn't really known for having you on edge on your seat whether the characters were gonna live or not. So in my opinion, in this case, having characters be revived instantly was really cool because it led to challenges being more interesting and harder, like the spaceship. And at the time, it was unique, you know, before like 100 rip-offs came. Might I add, so many of these rip-offs got it so wrong. Bruh. Some things were inspired by BFDI and were able to become their own thing. I mean, they were nowhere near as good, but still good in their own right. One of the main reasons why I feel like a lot of them failed is the fact that a lot of the characters were lame. Unlike these characters, especially with the objects that they used in this show. I can remember every single one of these objects because they were creative with them. From snowballs to pens to fire to leaves to some of the most iconic in my opinion, Rocky, Bubble, and Punchy. These three in particular probably have the most creative designs. The show was actually really funny.
Get Dream Island? I do. When I win, there'll be a big sign in front saying Pen Island, no spaces, all caps. So let's do this!
I didn't expect to laugh this much while watching a show that 12-year-olds made. But hey, don't judge 12-year-olds by their cover, because these guys were really good at making comedy. You probably finna get more laughs from watching my content, though. Only 16.7% of y'all are subscribed. So please like the video so that this video goes out to more people. Subscribe, and leave a comment, because I read all those. You can share my comments. Funniest character was probably the announcer, which is this speaker thing. Something that a lot of the other followers didn't do is make sure that their object was unique / powerful enough to feel like they're above the contestants. And this guy certainly was. I mean, he literally cried acid. And when you were a kid and you didn't know how money worked, it kind of felt like he was magic the way that he just sort of summoned lasers and those little tossing things. Which, I swear, every single object show decided to copy BFDI for this. The rest of the characters, for the most part, were really good. I mean, granted, some of them back then sucked. The best character in the OG series, and one of the best characters still, is of course my guy Firey. Can we talk about how Firey dominated this competition? Like, bro never ended up in this bottom 2 once. He freaking soloed. He was barely in the bottom 3 for that matter. No wonder why he won Dream Island 2. And it wasn't even like he was too bad at the challenges. He was barely put up for elimination. I mean, as long as we don't count the freaking... Okay, I don't like the team stuff, to be honest. Team stuff, although not that bad, was really predictable in this show. Because it was just Squashy Grapes lost once, and then the cherries lost every other time. I just explained it right there. That's what happened. However, the second part of this show where there were 3 teams. 2 of the members of the team that lost get eliminated, but one of them joins the team at the top. That was a really cool idea. I really wish they let this idea play out for 2 more episodes, but guess they couldn't. Next up are the points. In my opinion, this was the best part of the game. The points were something that were carried out throughout every episode. Example, you win a challenge or something in that episode, you get points and it's carried on forever. And if you're in the bottom third, then you're screwed. You're up for elimination and you're about to get clapped. The final part of BFDI was just sort of immunity. That was it. Get immunity. No points. Or whatever. And then we might as well briefly talk about BFDIA, why not? Even though there was never a point where I thought BFDIA wasn't good. BFDIA, which stands for Battle for Dream Island again, honestly just the first season, but a little bit better. What's really interesting about BFDIA that in my opinion set it apart was the like system. Basically, instead of you commenting your little vote, you would go on little videos of all the characters and you would like the videos from the characters that you like, and the characters that you would hate, you would give a dislike. In my opinion, I really like that idea. So overall, the first 2 seasons of BFDI get an 8 out of 10. Really good start to the series. Although I will say the number does go up a little bit by the time you get to the next seasons. But we're not here to talk about that, especially because this video is getting too long. Goodbye. So my best comment on my last video where I talked about dogs with Bean Boy is, well, by Bean Boy himself. This video is crazy. This video is the awesome, best video you ever made. Thanks, Bean Boy. I had fun making it with you. Alright, guys. So if you like this video, you're probably gonna like other videos I made. In fact, this video is actually a part of a series called Random Rants where I rant about stuff. So why don't you go check out the